Hi, I'm Joe Feeks, editor of Poultry Health Today, and with me is Dr. Marco Quiroz. He is a poultry veterinarian for Zoetis. Marco, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Poultry producers and veterinarians are no strangers to record keeping. They have their spreadsheets and different programs for logging different numbers. Your team has come up, though, with a new tool that I guess is really specific for using in posting sessions.
Yeah, that's right. We just developed a tool that is called Poultry View 360.
Poultry View 360.
Right. And we developed this for helping the poultry veterinarians and production managers to monitor the health status of their flocks. So what we do is when we go to perform an evaluation, a health evaluation in any complex, we can use this tool to record all what they are seeing during the posting session. So we collect all that information and put it in a very simple report, real time. So as soon as they finish the posting session, they can see what they were evaluating.
And it's important to mention, this is a mobile app. It's compatible with both iPhone and Android. So this is a kind of tool that you can take into a posting session. And as I understand it, you're not just using it for recording data, but you can take pictures and kind of tap into some of the other tools that go along with a mobile device. Tell me about those.
Yeah, as you said, it's a mobile device. It's basically developed for iPads or for Android tablets. And you can bring it to the posting sessions, and it doesn't have to have any connectivity. You can actually work with it without the need of having an internet connection. You can collect all that information and analyze there and basically evaluate the health status of the birds with that tool.
Now, this all sounds pretty cool and it sounds convenient, but what are the practical benefits to a poultry operation from this kind of tool?
I believe the most practical benefit is that they will have the tool themselves. So they don't have to wait for the poultry veterinarian from Zoetis or from any other company to perform the necropsies for them and enter the data and develop the reports for them. So they can do them by themselves also and collect all the information and have real-time information. As soon as they finish the posting session, they will be able to look at the reports, not only in the iPad, but they also have a web portal where any other person from the company, any other place in the world, they can look at the reports as soon as they finish the posting session.
Take me through a typical situation, how this would be used. Let's say we're doing a posting session for coccidiosis, looking at lesion scores. Where would this tool come into play?
Right. I think one of the good examples is when we are evaluating a coccidiosis control program, for instance. We typically go and evaluate several farms and several birds from particular farms, different ages, and we look at the pattern of lesions for coccidiosis. And then we look at the graphs and we make sure that depends on what is the program that we are using, we know what to expect. So we basically monitor that the lesions are appearing when they have to appear and disappear when they should disappear in some programs, or if there is a very strong program, you shouldn't look at any lesions. So that's what you want to monitor basically, and you collect that information, and as soon as you finish, the information is right there for you and for anybody else that would like to see that information in your company.
Now, I know that when you start taking pictures and everything on an iPad, I mean, you can fill up the storage on it pretty quickly. Right. Is this a cloud-based system so that you can store as much data and photos as you want?
Yeah, basically it's a cloud-based system. But what the picture, now that you mentioned the picture feature, is that when you are doing a posting session, sometimes there is something that it's you haven't seen it, or it is important to record it. So you take a picture, you put it in the system, and then when you look at the reports, you basically look at those notes or pictures, whatever you saw. So it's a way to document everything that is happening during the posting session. I think one of the best features of this is that we have the app itself and we have a web portal for those that they would like to see the information in the same company, even though if they are not present during the posting session. They can have access real time to that information.
Well, it sounds like a great tool. How can people get their hands on this? Can they go to the App Store, for example, or do they need to contact a Zoetis representative?
Yeah, it will be at the App Store, but they need to contact any Zoetis representative. So they will basically ask for the credentials.
The credentials,
the
the
login,
passcode
the
of some kind.
passcode
Yeah.
and everything. So yeah, whoever it's the Zoetis representative from them, you can talk to the veterinarian or to the sales manager, and they can give you the access to the system.